This live stream is for entertainment information purposes only. Do not copy our trades. We're just trading to have fun. Many of our trades could already be closed before you even see us opening the trade on YouTube due to the delay of the stream. We trade off screen. We trade after the stream. So you do not get to see the complete picture. We're not licensed professionals. We're not providing any investment advice. We do not make any claims of profitability. Greater than 90% of all traders lose money, and we're not responsible or liable for any of your trading decisions or losses. Please trade on demo only and consult a licensed professional. Also, please read and understand CFTC Rule 4.41. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Please read and understand the rest of CFTC Rule 4.41, and let's get to the charts. Okay, I'm starting a little bit earlier today. What time is it? 7:41. Let's take a look at the what's happened overnight. Check the 6 o'clock open. Looks like we had a gap up on the 5-minute chart here. I'm not sure if we retested the 5 o'clock close, so I have to check that on the 1-minute chart. Let's see if we came awfully close, but we didn't actually touch it. So that's pretty bullish action, what I'm seeing over here. I mean, well, this blue line is the midnight open. Let's get it out of the way. It serves no purpose. Oh, my computer's hanging now. That's it. Ninja froze. Get that out of the way. Volatility is pretty decent. We're looking at a range of seven points on the 1-minute candles. Well, it's too bad. If we could have had 2 down closes over here, we could have had a trade to the long side. I would have liked that. I would be interested in taking that one. But we didn't get 2 down closes. Don't really see any SMTs between ES and NQ. So we'll sit back, we'll wait, see if we can catch a trade. Meantime, volatility is pretty good, but the daily volume is low. Only 40,000 contracts so far. Going to be taking it easy, trading slower now. Tomorrow I'm going to have up a screen or a little slide deck or whatever you want to call it. It's going to show the sizes that I'll be taking for depending on the size of the account, my targets for the account, some rules to follow. They're going to be smack in my face. That way I can use the channel as my accountability partner. You guys will know what I'm supposed to be doing. And in the meantime, let's get some music going. at least in my years. Of course. Oh, it's true, eh? I didn't do a sound check. Let me do a sound check. Give me a second over here. Windows always likes to play with my sound settings, adjust them for some reason. I have no idea why that happens, but it always does. I set it at 81, and the verdict is 81. Okay, I won't complain. Finally, YouTube, not YouTube, Windows didn't change my settings. So yeah, I mean, if I'm looking to take anything, it's going to be to the long side. We're trading above VWAP. Where was the first FEG for the evening? It was filled, obviously. Eight-point range on the 1 minute candles. We got 2 consecutive closes on the 1 minute chart. Actually, let me switch the charts here until I get a trade on my auto trader. We got 2 consecutive closes on the 1 minute charts above VWAP. And we are trading over previous day's close, which is the 5 o'clock close. So that gives me a bullish bias, gives me a reason to try and take a long. Now I just got to find an entry that limits my risk. Hey buddy, how's it going? Trader 205, good to see you. Hoping we can catch a couple of winning trades here. I always catch a few on the open. I always start my evening off green, if you guys notice. I should only trade at 6 o'clock till 6:03 and 9:30 till 9:33. I think I'm like 90% consistent in that window of time. Very rare I have losing trades. There's always follow through. As soon as the direction changes, even just the slightest, there's always enough to follow through to catch a bit of a profit. Well, now I'm in wait and see mode. I'm not the biggest of trend line guys, but if I were just to draw in a general trend line like that, kind of if we can trade lower, get a little bit under VWAP, I won't say touch the trend line, but get close to it, and then take out the high of a previous candle on the 1 minute chart, I could be interested in taking that. But as I said, I'm trading smaller size now. I think I've set my goals too high, and then I get too aggressive and I pay the price. I start off slow, I get aggressive. It's never enough. And then I throw my day away, which is kind of stupid. More than kind of stupid. It is stupid. It's not just kind of stupid, it is stupid. So tomorrow, a new day, start fresh. Right? Every day is a new day. Every day you start with a clean slate. And knock on wood, hopefully tomorrow everything will fall into place and I'll stick to my lower size. I'm not a big fan of trading lower size though. That's what happens. You trade like, 122. You look at that number and it's kind of depressing. Makes you feel like it's going to take a really long time to get the target, to get to your profit goal. That's that one there is a 150K account. I don't know if you guys can see the net lick number. I don't know if it shows. I can't really see. You know what? Let me enlarge it because I don't know what you guys get to see. No, you don't. I don't know if I need all those numbers, realized, unrealized, and total. Hello? I think my daughter's coming home. Anyways, for now it's good enough. We don't need to see more than that. Unfortunately, volatility's coming down a little bit, 6 points. Hard to make money when you start to get into small numbers. I mean, unless you have like a much longer time horizon. You're willing to hold for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I'm not a guy that holds my trades too long. That's the problem. Adjust my strategy then for the evening. I got a candy in my mouth. Hope you guys hear me making a little bit of noise. Let me know. If it sounds like a baby cow is feeding off his mother, let me know. I don't know if you guys hear the cat. There's an inside joke. When the cat does that, he's saying sell. Sell. Okay, got a little bit of a bullish flag over here. Not sure if it's enough to motivate me to go long. I know some people would take that. I could maybe take a long and set my stop as the a close below VWAP, but I think I'll just let this go. That's not my wheelhouse. Maybe it should be my wheelhouse. Nice move. Let's put in one more aggressive trend line. I never know if I'm supposed to be using the candles or if I should use the candles, the wicks, or just the bodies. There's two schools of thought on that. Look at the difference it makes too. If I use those two wicks, it draws that type of a slope. If I use the bodies, it's a lot less steep. Wow, nice move. I would have been happy to take that one. Marked it off, but didn't take it. Anyone's got any input on whether they use the wicks or the bodies when they draw trend lines? Yeah, I should watch a couple of videos by, I think it's Tori Trades. She's big into trend lines. I haven't really checked out any of her streams. I think she trades off the 5-minute though. Wow, if you trade off the 5-minute, how do you get more? I mean, can you even get one trade a day just trading off the 5-minute chart using trend lines? Good job. $15 with that's 2 times the range in 1-minute charts, pretty much. Good catch. Looks like we might be making new, possibly be making new US session highs. What's the F6 for horizontal line? Look at that. That's not a place I don't want to take a trade off a break of that. Too often that gets faded. Huh. You know what? I like them also, but you know where I like them? I like them when they're at highs. Let's see if I could get the chart to look like the way I want it to look. Can I expand it enough? Anyways, my point is if NQ is running and we can get it at an area where there's, if we look left, there's really not a lot of price action in our way. It's kind of like blue sky territory. I find them very, very bullish. Here, this one I wasn't so sure. Actually, in hindsight, it's kind of a nice setup though, because it's just over VWAP and price was holding VWAP. We wicked it 3 times, but we never managed to close below it. Well, one could make an argument for another one forming over here. For a break of the evening session highs. Let's see, move that a little bit lower. Like I said, I've gotten stung way too many times taking trades. Especially with initial balance. How many times that gets faded? It wicks through and then it reverses. I prefer the retest trade. I think a better trade is a break above the evening session highs. Maybe we trade up to 19,500, 490, come down, retest it, and then go higher. Maybe something like this. Break above. You know what? I need more room. Let me move my chart over. Yeah, if we can get something like that, that would be a trade I would be interested in. Nice move though off the 420, a 50-point run. Let me just move this little diagram. I can't move it to the side. Let's move it over a little bit. We get the point. Yeah, that got reversed as soon as we went through it. I used to chase those. My middle name was Mr. Chaser. Got stung way too many times. And the problem is I didn't even know where to put my stop on that. But the question is, do we get to close above it? Let's see. How far are we away? 16 seconds away. What does ITC say? The candles tell the story. The wicks do the damage. That's the 8 o'clock candle, I think. Well, we broke out of that little flag pennant to the upside. Are we able to hold above it? Hard call, even though we didn't close above the U.S. session highs. Now these are the new U.S. session highs, or the evening session, sorry. And we're coming up into a bullish fair value gap. We have 2 consecutive ones. Maybe a trade somewhere in this level here, in this area. We can trade down into there. Kind of coincide with the highs. The swing high that was put in over here. Who are you screaming at?
I was yelling because I was downstairs with my mom.
Oh, okay. What's up? What's up?
Disappeared.
Huh?
All the numbers disappeared.
All the numbers. It's a new day. Clean slate.
You scare me. I was talking to mom. One of my friends graduated in December.
Okay.
And, yeah, smart kid. Great grades.
Mm.
English and French, bilingual. Worked for a bank, placing investments for people over the phone. Team lead when his boss wasn't there. 20 applications. He said not one job.
No kidding.
And he's a top candidate, man.
Yeah.
I was telling Alex, I'm like, bro, he's fine. He's gonna graduate. He's gonna find a job within a month.
Mm.
He's like, I'm like, bro, you need connections. He's like, I got those interviews with the connections. He has another interview today. That's fuck. 12 interviews he said he did.
No kidding.
The last 3 months.
Well, at least he's better at them now, right?
Bro, 4 interviews a month he was doing. He was doing 1 a week.
No kidding. Well, there's the silver lining. He's good at interviews.
And he's a smart guy, too. Good grades, good with people. Like, fuck, what more do you want from a 23-year-old?
Mm. I don't know. Experience with investments, maybe?
Yeah, every time he tells me, he's like, bro, they tell me I need more experience. But what experience? I'm 23 years old. What do they expect me to have?
You, look at all the experience you have with your trading and stuff. Who knows what this guy did? Maybe he didn't do anything.
No, Dad. He worked at a bank. He was placing investments for people over the phone.
Oh, yeah?
And he graduated in finance. I told him, we can't have 5 different jobs. Like, he's worked at multiple places, man. He's 23 years old. He just started his life.
Mm.
Fuck, a guy like that can't find a job. He's a top candidate, too. He's good. Fuck, what else do you want?
Well, the strategy that I coded and that I'm beta testing just went long. Streaming. No. I'm just saying that the strategy I coded just took a long. Had a good day today, actually. I don't know where my numbers were. It was like, did I throw them away? One, two, three, four, five, six losers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 winners. And the winners were quite a bit larger. But this one looks like we're starting the day off with a loser. Unfortunately. Sorry, I had it on the wrong... Hey, wood chip. How did Pine Tree do today? Was he green for the evening trading? He catches good trades, this guy, in the evening. I didn't get a chance to join in today. Actually, I started my stream a little bit earlier today. Started it at, what is it, 8:07? How long I've been streaming for? Does it even say? I don't know, I can't see. My glasses aren't strong enough. Nah, I think I started at 7:30. I'm starting to like the evening session, believe it or not. And we start off with a small loser. What is that, 10 points on with the auto trader. But we got a, I don't know what color to call that. We'll call it chocolate colored background, so it's possible we're going to take a short soon. In the meantime, let's go back to the 1 minute chart and see what's doing there. Well, I got distracted with the auto trader, the strategy. We dipped right into the area I was looking at. Won't be a hero and say that I would have taken it, but I did mark it off. $19,480 looks like it's holding price under. I think I'd still like to see something that resembles a break above. Get at least 2 consecutive candles on the 1 minute chart. Let's try and grab this a little bit better here. This crazy sensitive mouse that I haven't changed yet. Get 2 candle closes above, retest it. There we go. It's a good thing no one had a gun to my head and said I have to draw that in 5 seconds or less, huh? Yeah, get something that looks like that. Actually, no, it's got to come down a little bit lower. Still bullish price action, as long as we're above VWAP. Let's extend this guy out a little bit. And these I don't need anymore. Clean up the charts a little bit. I'm short. Yeah, I could see that, definitely. Given that we're unable to close over what we had here, the evening session highs, and we weren't able to close above it. We ran for about 6 points, came back down quite aggressively, actually. That was the 8 o'clock candle, though. It's funny that it happened at 8. This candle here is going to tell me a little bit of a story. See what this candle can do. If this candle can close up nicely with some strength, I'd be inclined to believe we're going to break and hold above 19,480. And now what am I looking for? I'm looking for 2 consecutive candle closes on the 1 minute chart above 19,480. Oh, now I got to bring it down a little bit. Hopefully we can see some distance, some space between one of the candles, and then come down, retest 19,480, and that's a trade I'll take. That's something I'll be looking at. Hey, Cherv, how's it going this evening? All the regulars who are in front of their computers for all the Nasdaq degenerates who are in front of their computers for 13 hours a day. No, they didn't really go well. I wasn't happy with how my day went. I traded exceptionally well, according to my standards, for, I'd say, about the first hour of trading, and then I either got impatient or greedy. Not sure which one it was. Maybe it was a combination of the two. But I definitely have to reset. I have to lower my expectations. I have to lower my goals for the day. I think I'm getting influenced by other people who are putting up big numbers, and I want to do the same thing, and I'm trading too aggressively. And for the kinds of setups that I trade, trading aggressively really isn't a good idea. What I mean by that is just trading well, let's give you an example. Let's say on the 50K account, going up to 10 micros, like a mini. Let's see, I will dip my toes in the water on this if we hit the 19,480. I don't even know what size account this is. I think this is a 150K account. I gotta see. Yes, it is. Okay, I can go a little bit bigger size than that. I'll go for a 4 lot. If they fill me. Too late. I should have known. I thought it was a 50K. Anyways, it is what it is. We'll stick with this. So if I get 10 points, I'll take half off and then I'll let it ride. This should be a good trade, though. This is exactly what I was looking for. I was kind of looking for this kind of move. Hopefully we'll be able to take out the evening session highs at 89. I'm long at 79, so that'll give me my first 10 points. And on the other hand, I think if I see it even go the slightest bit below, even by one tick below that trend line, I'm stopped out. So you know what? Let's put the stop in place. Right there. 9 points. If they push it under, actually, you know what? If they push it under and they close below, that should be enough for me even to get out. Closing below 19,480, 479. Price should have been able to hold above that. We got 46 seconds to go back above. Problem is, that's enough time for them to stop me out and then send it back higher. Okay, they got me. 1 point for the markets. In the meantime, my algo went short at 19,480. And it will cover, because the rules of the algo is, there it goes, it covered the trade. If we get below the target, even if we wick below the target, when the candle closes, it closes the trade. When this candle closes, those lines will be removed. The chart will be cleaned up. Okay, so one winner, one loser, but unfortunately, that winner didn't cover the loser in that case. But in the daytime, the winners were almost twice as large. I was catching 20 point winners, and the losers were about 7 points, 5 points, 2 points. There were small losers. I liked what it did today. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I want to see how it does again tomorrow. Okay, so what do we got here? I waited for this, and I got distracted. Change the cursor. I waited for us to come back into this zone that I drew with the ellipse. Came back into it, but I was looking somewhere else, so I missed it. And then I waited for this exact setup, stocked it, and they didn't give me what I expected. Now we're trading below the trend line. We got below the 19,480 level again. It could continue to act as resistance, but I'm going to put one more line in here. And that's going to be the evening session highs. And I can get rid of this doodad that I drew in. Yeah, like I said. I got taken out. Right idea. But I couldn't keep my stop. Not if I was going for 10 points. I couldn't keep my stop that low. Wasn't going to risk 20 points on a 10-point trade. However, with that being said, I do have another entry. And I'm going to take my 4 lot on this. My stop on this one is at approximately 67. And my first take profit is going to be at 88. Let's put it in, just in case it goes there quickly. Sell limit 2. You know what? Just in case there's a front runner. I'll keep it at 86 and a quarter, a little bit less. I can do that because I got it at a better price than I originally intended. We're trading back over the 480 level. The only thing I don't like is that I could potentially see a small little flag or wedge being pennant, whatever you want to call it, being formed. Anyways, if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. The stop is at, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 77, 67, if I'm not mistaken. Is it 67? It's 14 under 81. Yeah, it's 67. Awful close. Okay, stopped out. Used the limit order to get out. Well, that's no, I'm not 0 for 2. I'm 0 for 2 since 7:30. I'm 1 for 3. I did hit a winner at 6 o'clock on the open. I don't think I'm going to keep this in here. We'll just watch the evening session highs. Maybe repaint this a little bit. Hey, we're still trending higher, eh? I can't really form an argument here for sell-side trades. Not yet. Even if we break that trend line with some momentum, we got VWAP below. I'm going to try one more time at 80. I'm 1 for 3. If I get this one, I'm 2 for 4 for the evening. Okay, I did say I would get out for half at 86, just a little bit above the evening session highs, just in case everyone starts running for the exits again every time we break a session high or a low. And I'm not going to let this one go farther than it either runs. If I get some luck on my side and we may go for a nice run above the evening session high, shoot up another 7 points. Well, the average range, actually the range now in the 1 minute candles is 10 points. You can see that in the bottom right. But no, we're not breaking it. Bugger. Let's go. Push it through. You know what? Give me one more. That way I can say it was a bad decision to take one more off after it runs. I think a little bit before 19,500. How about a sell limit at 97? Yeah, 19,500. You're probably going to see sellers in there again. So if we can get up to 97, you know what, even maybe 96, I won't be greedy. And I don't want to see it come lower than that. So one or the other gets hit and one order gets canceled. Let's go. Push it, push it. You know what? As Matt says, don't be a dick for a tick. Close it. No biggie. We're not trading for high finance here anyways. Okay, that trade idea worked out. Now, why not get the same play that I took before? If possible. We got 2 consecutive closes on the 1 minute chart. My stop is 97. Yeah, it's true. I remember you were short. We got 2 consecutive closes. We're breaking the evening session highs. Let's see if we can do what I was looking at last time. Oh, no, wrong line. I forget which one it is, the path. Path is control 4. That's an odd combination. The control 4, one more time. The break, the retest, and the continuation. And it would be good if it would hold. There, I'm looking for that. It's the Gartley. You know what I mean. Let's do it again. Let's see if I can get it to work. I can never get this stupid thing. The break. The retest. The continuation. Release. There we go. We have the break. We have some space, some distance between the candles. 2 consecutive 1-minute candles. Now let's get a retest. And I can take this one. Yeah, I'm surprised though that you put it under 19,500. Should I put in a limit order? I think I will. Let me get rid of this. In the meantime, I'm getting rid of this. So I'm going to miss my trade. Yep. Yep, there's my 10 points. You think I'm new at working a mouse? Nah, it's this crappy mouse. I stole it from one of my kids. Problem is I like it. I love the way it clicks. But it's way too sensitive. Maybe it's a gaming mouse. Wow, that would have made me 3 for 5. I would have been happy. I would have caught that. That would have been another $80. On the 4 lot, it would have been almost instant. Maybe I should stop with the fancy drawings. Just a quick update on the auto trader. It's going to be looking for a long trade next. I think it's 1 for 1 so far. We'll check in if it goes long. See, now I can't really buy the retest because it already did what I expected it to do, which is go up about 10 points. And it went up exactly 10 points. That was my target, so I can't get back in. Wait for the next setup. In the meantime, have a Jolly Rancher candy. I'm short again. Yeah, under 19,500. And if we can get a close under that 490 level, I would kind of like it. But I would like it even more if we can get an aggressive move and a good solid close under the trend line. I was thinking wood chip, I might join you if we can invert that fair value gap, but I don't think I could do that. Actually, you know what? Get rid of this. Forget that stupid shape. Let's go back to rectangles. I should do a triangle. Thinking something in the 19,480 level would probably be a good place to enter. And now that I'm looking, oops. Kind of lines up with the highs that were formed over here and over here. Well, we did have a wick there, but I will commit to this one, but for a 2-lot. Got filled on 1, got filled on 2. Not sure how much I like this trade. But I do think it has potential because, as I said, this is probably going to be going long soon. And we are right on the trend line. So unless momentum shifts, this trade should work out. Market does find a way always to stop people out though, eh? Unless you catch a really good strong move. There's always one thing that makes a trade work out right. Taking a piece out early. And then making you regret that you didn't hold it long enough. Good enough, close enough. I still got to work at my skill of holding longer. That's got to be by far my... Is it my biggest weakness? No, that's not my biggest weakness. I think revenge trading is my biggest weakness. So we came back into that zone again. It's the second one I marked off. The first one that I marked off was over here. I took it off. The ellipse that I had in, but that's two for 4 now for the evening session. And I think I get half points for this because I missed this because I was removing a stupid drawing and I was going to go for 10 points and I would have had that too. I think I have some witnesses. I have witnesses. I was saying I was going to take that. No, it might fail. Oh no, I'm done already. What might fail? Fail. Okay. Well, let's extend this out a little bit. Push out that rectangle a little bit also. Change the time on that. 8:33, make it 9:33 so it extends out. And yep, definitely if we can get 2 consecutive closes below that, I can definitely see a shift in momentum, but not yet. We still don't have it, so if you're a trend trader, which I am, you got to be going long. Hey, Meg. Dory. Well, this top line, I'm marking off the evening session high, so I moved that up. I mean, it's not something that I really do too often, but theoretically, if you were to draw a channel, It's kind of a really good entry there, but I think I have to agree with what Chip. I think I see it. I feel. We don't trade on what we feel, but I feel like this is the point that we fail. And the reason why I feel that is because we got rejected off 19,500. That's a pretty round number. I mean, it's not 19,490 or 19,290. Now, how's that for an aggressive target? I don't know. I think unless something major geopolitical occurs, you might have to wait till 2 in the morning for that target. Maybe not. Well, if we can show some momentum to the downside, which it looks like it's really trying, I could kind of join you on the logic of the trade. But I don't think I'll be sticking around long enough for the target. You know what I'd like to see? I'm going to draw in one of my fancy paths again. Same thing like last time. We got the break. Want to see the break. Want to see the retest. And then I want to see the continuation. So now let's see if we can get that. That's what I've been looking for. This guy's gone. Don't need him anymore. Served his purpose. Yeah, this retest at the 480 level would be a nice trade. Let's move these little things over, and this time if it happens, I'm not going to worry about removing my diagram. Call in the bin. That's French for fuck off. I have to start up a GoFundMe page for a new mouse. Well, this trend line here in blue is TBD, to be determined, because I do like 3 touch points, not just 2. It could be the wicks, it could be the bodies. Actually, the bodies would get it in line with the 480. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that, Woodchip. Good luck, I'm leaving computer. Thanks, Woodchip. Have a good evening. Well, we're seeing some momentum to the downside. But at this point, we could be looking at a triple tap like that and then just continue back higher. Or we could make it all the way back down to the 5 o'clock close. This blue line, like I said, that I use for the midnight open, but it's irrelevant. Let's just get it out of the way. Well, the probability of getting a retest of the 480 level now is 1, a lot lower, and 2, a retest trade at that level is kind of invalidated already. We traded a little bit further down than I would have liked to see. I would have liked to have seen the VWAP hold as a minimum, maybe not even trade that low. Still decent volatility in the markets though, 9 points. 9-point range on the 1-minute candles. Okay, I can get rid of this. We don't need that anymore. Yeah, at this point we're looking to go short. With just one caveat. Need to see a little bit more momentum under this trend line. And then I could short a retrace and a continuation move. We wait for the setup. No rush. I can't say we wicked below that trend line because trend lines are subjective. And look how poorly drawn this one is. And, you know, I could even try using some of the lows from that were put in at 4 o'clock, but I'm just going to stick with the wicks. There we go. We got a triple tap. I'm going to stick with that. If I were to draw in something like this, I would use it as a reason to go short. But I really can't make it do a triple tap, so not good enough. And this one is still to be determined because we need a third touch. Don't really see anything on the 5-minute chart that's interesting enough for me to put up the 5-minute charts. Whoa. Closed. This doodad down here might go short soon. I will keep you posted. If I hadn't said it yet, it's trading on sim. I'm still actually just beta testing the code. I'm not even really in forward testing mode. I guess kind of doing the two at the same time, but I remember. I remember. The bridge. The bridge. Well, what chip? It's 546 where you are. It's 846 here. You want me to tell you where the market's going to be in 3 hours from now? How cool would that be if it worked like that, huh? I haven't looked at the daily. Wow. The daily that's a pretty decent decline. And we still haven't come into the 19,000 level. So maybe we consolidate for a few days. I mean, there's so many possibilities here. Consolidate for a few days, trade back up to 20,300, then go back down, stay under the 19,500 level. A lot of possibilities. Automated strategy upside tomorrow. We will see. We will see what we do in relation to the Asian session. We'll see where we are. Compared to the previous day's close. The markets will tell us what it wants to do. If I'm trading correctly, and this is my personal way that I trade, but if I'm trading correctly, I'm not predicting, I'm reacting. I find that I get the most hurt when I either form a bias, an opinion. Okay, let's keep an eye over here because I don't really have a short trade yet, so we can watch this for entertainment, see how this goes. On the other hand, we did get a touch of VWAP. And we're going back lower. Kind of had my eyes off the charts there for a minute. I didn't point that out. Okay, let's dip that back down. Let's dip back down lower to the trend line again. Give one more push. I have that blue dashed dot line. That's where we got to get for taking profit on the strategy. Those lines will go away after it gets out. The stop is at the reddish brownish line there. Anyways, we'll go back to watching the 1 minute chart and we'll check in on the auto strat and see how it did. I'll keep my eye on it and I'll let you know. And I guess right now we just want to see wood chips trade work and get under that trend line. with a decent amount of momentum, I think we can all start jumping in short. But until that happens, we have potential to get back above VWAP and start trading higher again. Hey, Twin Trades, thanks for the subscription. Thanks for subscribing. Good to have you join. As a side note, I have twin boys and they're traders too. They are 20. Wait, don't embarrass myself. What, I don't even... 24. They're going to be 24 this year. Alex and David. They're kind of ICT converts. Good at it too. They put a lot of work into it. Good on them. Studied actually for almost a year before even trading. How's that for discipline? On the guy personally, I have no thoughts on him. I have no idea. On the setups that he talks about, I think there's definite potential there. You just have to make it your own. He won't steer you the wrong way. I remember when David was showing it to me, it was right in the beginning when he said he wanted to learn how to trade. He showed me a few of his videos, and I said, what he's teaching you is not gonna, it's not garbage. It doesn't mean that it's the Holy Grail, but it's certainly a way you can frame setups. I mean, that's all it is in the end. It's just a way to identify a setup, and set filters on when you're going to take the trade. Okay, my strat took a loss. And all his guidance on psychology, all rings true. But whether or not he's a profitable trader, I think only he and his wife and his kids know. And his accountant. Gotta make friends with his accountant if you want to know how he's doing. But if someone new came to me and said, I want to learn the setups that he teaches, I would say go for it. Go for it, and then do what my son does. He studies the charts, and then he finds, I guess you can call them patterns inside the patterns. One of them is this arrow here. It's a pattern that he identified, and I mark it off on my charts. But I am not that good of a coder, so I'm unable. I was only able to get 80% into the logic. I couldn't get the logic for the next bar. There's still logic for the next bar, but there's too many conditions. But basically, what you're looking at here, if you get a sweep into a fair value gap, and then this next bar closed above the bearish candle, actually above the body of the bearish candle, then that would be your long entry. I don't know if I have one as an example. Like here, you have a down arrow. We would have needed this candle to close below the body of the bullish candles, and that's when he would go short. So, you know, it's all based on fair value gaps. Look at Doji, talks about the IFVGs. Hey, Lucas, I'm shorting this at 455. Hey, we got a couple of shorters here. I'll at VWAP. But yeah, if you can find patterns inside the patterns, you just make it your own. I mean, everything in this, whatever someone shows you, eventually you have to just make it your own. So that trend line, after I was able to draw it in with the triple touch, held. Now I'm kind of just waiting for the triple tap on this one, and then we'll see which way we break out into. This little zone here, not the line, but the zone that I marked off. If I can grab it, I can get rid of it. Let me just enlarge the chart. I hope I'm not giving anybody a headache here. I don't need that anymore. We don't need to mark that off. Range is six points. Range on the 1 minute candles right now. Coming down. Volatility is coming down. We were above 10 for a bit. Nice to have you join us, Lucas, for the evening session. I usually log in at I'll be starting now streaming at 7:30, probably 7:30 till 10. Yesterday I ran till 11. Volatility was better though yesterday. We had 14 points on the 1 minute candles. Hey, Woodchip, see you tomorrow, hopefully. Have a good evening. Well, if we get back up to 19,480, it would be interesting to see what price does. We did get rejected once without closing above it. Price wasn't able to hold the second time we got above it. Actually, we didn't really hold above it for any substantial amount of time on the third attempt either. So I got to say that 19,480 is a line in the sand. And now we'll see what this I could drop that there. That doesn't look bad. There's the triple tap. I think I will try and join you on that short. Lucas, I'm short at 1965. I think if the market is able to get up to there, if price is able to get up to there, that's it for me. About 7 points. That would be enough to prove me wrong on this theory. That would make me 2 for 5 for the evening, if I remember. If we're right, Lucas, we should see a down move with a little bit of momentum. There we go. There we go. Let's get some momentum here. I'll take a little piece off just to remove my risk. And now let's get back down to VWAP. No, wrong way. Okay, well, I called the... What? Oh, I had to stop in there for 2. Well, I called the little burst of momentum to the downside, but it didn't continue. Buyers regained control. If anybody's new to the channel, please subscribe. It'd be appreciated. Also click the like button. Always helps. I like the evening crowd. I think it's less hectic. Easier to identify trades. What do we have for range? 7 points on the 1 minute candles. Still decent. A while back, I was telling Woodchip when the range got under 5, it was kind of already worrisome. Well, not worrisome. Maybe that's the wrong word, but I wasn't really too eager to take trades anymore when it got under 5. And if it got under 3, I just shut down. I mean, if you can't even have 3 points range in a 1 minute candle, you're really going to get nowhere fast. You know, we're paying what? We're paying 50 cents. If you're going to go market, you're paying 50 cents to 3/4 of a point just to get in, another 3/4 of a point to get out. At 3 points range on a 1 minute candle, that's half of a candle, half of a 1 minute candle. That's just too much to be paying for scalping. Unless you're going for, I mean, Woodchip goes for 50-point targets, 40-point targets, not so bad, but I'm nowhere near as aggressive on my targets. 10 points, 15 points, 20 points. I used to go for 40 when I was trading with my son, but now I've tightened it up a bit. Okay, I see potential here for a long, actually. If we can get back down to the trend line. I'm just making this up as we go along these lines here, but something like that. If we can get back down to the 19,462 area, we kind of have VWAP for support. I could see myself taking a trade there. Doesn't mean it'll work, but I could see myself taking a trade there. That's crazy. Trend lines are so damn subjective. I mean, if I were to draw this trend line the way I really see it, it's probably more something like that. That's the way I see that. The slope of this move up. Well, unfortunately, I've given back some of my gains from the 6 o'clock open. So I'm kind of just treading water here. But given that we're back above VWAP, price is holding above VWAP, this guy can go. Now the big question is, what's this move back up? Is it a 50% retrace to the 480 level and we continue back down? Or was this a pullback in the larger move up? I guess anybody's guess is as good as mine, eh? But that's sloped too aggressively for me. I think it's more something like that. Actually, I could see a potential entry at shit damn 60 for the short. But we're right on the trend line, which means, and we're very close to VWAP, which gives me the reason not to take the trade. And if I have a reason not to take a trade, I shouldn't be taking the trade short. I guess the best trades are the ones that don't have a reason not to take the trade. But I do have a valid setup for a short at 60 here. Maybe I'll just play with a one lot if I can get my 60. I'm going to fight for price. I'm not going to chase. If it goes without me. 57, 58, 59, 60 on the offer. There we go. I'm short exactly at 60. I hate being short just one, though, because you can't take a partial. What's up, Sparky? Yeah, you want your supper? Yeah, you gotta wait. What? Come here. Hey, don't bite. Let's get down to 46. I'd like to see 46. Let me put in my limit order and try to draw it down there. Buy limit 49. Not high, not low enough. That's good enough. 47.75. Let's see if my limit order can drop price down. Wouldn't that be good if it worked like that, eh? Get rid of that. It's just in the way. And like before, if we're going to break lower, I'd like to see it done with some momentum. And my stop on this is going to be at about 74. Yeah, it's 14 points. It's more than I'm really happy with, but it is what it is. See, here's the thing. I'm short because I have a short setup on another chart, but we have VWAP. Let's go. Let's see some momentum. Give me a push down. Push! One big dump down to 50 in one shot. Let's go. 7 points. It's the range of an average 1 minute candle right now. You can do it. Yeah, I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to try and bring it into 53. 52.50. Can we get there? It's not too much to ask. It's a little spike below VWAP. This guy I don't need anymore for now. We'll see what we do with that. Well, we're not getting a momentum push down. Well, I'm not crazy about this trade. I'm out. It's on VWAP. I'm not a fan of trading on VWAP. If anything, we're coming from above, so I'd want to be long. I'm going to let this one go without me. Yeah, Lucas, the VWAP is making me was making me a little hesitant on the trade. VWAP is the dashed blue line. It gave me a reason to not be short. Let's just put it that way. And since it gave me a reason to not be short, I wasn't crazy about the trade, so sounds good. Thanks for joining. I hope I see you tomorrow night. I stream in the morning also. Click the subscribe and the like button if you can. I'd appreciate it. I'd love to have you back. It's great to have people in the chat that share trade ideas. So it makes it a good community. And hopefully, when the room grows, I'll open up a Discord and I'll put up the strategies that I code and the indicators that I code. I'll have a little section for those for you guys. Of course, all with this disclaimer. Use them at your own risk. I'm not the greatest coder in the world. Hey, way to go. Yeah, I love Apex. You know what? They've never denied a payment for me yet. I've been with them for a very long time. Years. They've never denied one payment. And all my friends, they're going to crush you. They're going to steal your money. You wait, you see, they're going to deny your payment. Nope, didn't happen. Oh, the next time around. No, this time it's the bad time. They're going to deny your payment. Nope, didn't happen. Yeah, but you're not in the right rooms. I'm hearing all this chat. I go, well, it's probably a group of people that are all doing the same thing. Anyways. I'm not saying they're angels, but I'm not saying any of the prop firms are angels. Look, it's their job to make money. I'm sure they all sit in a room and try to figure out how to make more money, as anyone would do when they're running a business. But they never bent me over backwards and gave it to me in the behind, so I'm still with them. Until that happens, I mean, I trade Bulenox, I trade Topstep, and I have one account with MFFU that I can't seem to do anything with, but I'm an Apex loyalist. Stick within the rules. Understand the rules. There's that 30%. I have them right here with me. I keep them on my desk to remind me. The PA trading rules. Risk management. You know, they got the trading rules. I mean, there was a time they had a lot of rules that people didn't like, but they're all gone now. No more flipping rule. No more DCA rule. No more breakout bracket rules. No more morning opening trade restrictions. No more news rules. No more auto trader bot auto strategy rules. So it's all about risk management now. They have the 30% negative P&L, and they have the consistency rule, and the 5-to-1 risk. And, you shouldn't be risking more than 5 times what you're trying to make. And that's about it. Stay within those rules. You get paid. That's what I believe. Well, like I said, until things change, until I see differently, that's going to be my belief. I don't know if you're using Tradeovate or Ninja or another platform, but you should set yourself, what I do is I set a PDLL, a personal daily loss limit, to make sure that I don't go below the 30% drawdown. It's based on either the greater of your overall profit or the trailing drawdown. So until your profit is greater than the trailing drawdown, it's based on the trailing drawdown. Just to give you an example, so 30% of 2,500, if you have a 50K account, is 750. You shouldn't see a 750 drawdown on a trade. I don't even know if that's on a trade or on. They're vague about that. If it's on it, like if you're up 750, can you go down more than 750 on a trade, or it's on a trade? I really got to get a clarification on that. No, here it is. Okay. Do not let your live, unrealized, open negative P&L. So an open negative P&L go past 30% of your start of the day profit balance. So yeah, so you can go up. If you're up $750, let's say again on that 50K account, the way I read that, the way I understand that, you can have an open trade go below 750 because it can't go past, and this is, I'm reading directly from them, 30% of your start of the day profit balance. And they give an example. Example, starting the day, 10K in profit in your account balance. Don't risk more. Like I said, okay, if you're, in this case, you're over the 2,500 trailing drawdown. So it's the greater of. So it's 30% of 10K in this example. Starting the day, 10K profit in your account balance. Don't risk more than 30% of that on the trade. Close it out before it hits 30%. Or close part of it to stay under that level. Oh, and I didn't even know this. Once you have doubled your safety net, the amount can go up to 50%. For use of multiple instruments. I'm not sure what that means, though. Anyways, I have a personal daily loss limit. And it's set at 500 on my 150K account, so only 10%. 500, 600. And the thing is, it's with Tradeovate. So Tradeovate allows it to go a little bit lower. I've seen it go as low as 700. I got stopped out once at 700. But that's still nowhere near the 1,500, which would be 30%. So I'm basically stopping my day at 10 or 15% of the trailing drawdown. That's my limits, which I think is responsible anyways. Crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so we got 2 consecutive closes under VWAP. Volatility is still in the markets. I mean, an 8-point range on the 1-minute candles in the evening session, is excellent. But can't seem to get really a lot of setups. Maybe we're going to get a bounce here off this trend line, but we're on VWAP again. So how far away from VWAP can we get before it pulls it back in? I think the best trade here is getting some momentum under the trend line and then maybe a retrace into the trend line and use that as a short. That would probably be my favorite type of trade right now. Let me move this over and pull out the fancy doodad drawing tool. Yeah, I'd like to see something like this, maybe not so far, come back up, and then continue. That would be my favorite trade. I just took another short. 465, 20 ticks. 20 ticks is good. 5 points. I'm cooking dinner, and by the way, market wants way lower. Does the market get what the market wants? What are you having for supper, Woodchip? We had souvlaki. I had to cook it. We had Greek food today. And it was good. I'm a good cook. Just saying. Let's take a look at the 15-minute chart while we are watching price go nowhere. Whoa, there is nothing that I see on this chart. Maybe you guys see something. I see some sideways action since we hit the low of 19,100. Tiny bit of a bounce, and now we're just trading sideways since last Asian session high, I would say. 30-minute. Hard to be bullish with the 30-minute chart, eh? And the daily with a hike in Ashi, we still haven't had a bullish candle. Wow, that's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It would be the 15th day in a row. That's a run. And we got the 19,000 level. 600-point range on the candles now in the daily candles. A lot of room to make money. There was a time not too long ago we were having 100, I think 100, 140 point ranges on the daily candles. That was tough. Easy to be bearish with a 507 stop. Yeah, definitely. Let's draw in some more fancy doodad trend lines. Let's use the bodies. Well, I can't really cheat that much. I could do that. I could use that. Anyways, we get the idea, right? These things don't have to be exact. Oliver Velez gives a good example. He says all these levels, the moving averages, the trend lines, think of them as fences, not as cement walls. If you push on them, you know, there's play on both, in both directions. You know, this trend line can be like that, can be like that. It's an area. It's not a cement wall. That's B. Lucas. You still didn't tell me what you're having for supper, or did you? Oh, there we are. Sorry, I missed it. One chicken curry, and for the almost 4-year-old, a hot dog and quesadilla. Well, I would have preferred the hot dog and the quesadilla. I'm a junk food guy. I think you know that already. I told you. You know what? I don't think I've ever had chicken curry. Ever. Did you make the chicken curry or did you pick it up? Oops, don't need this one anymore, but we're squeezing into the apex of this. The apex, talking about apex, we're squeezing into the apex of this little range here, eh? Hmm. Tempted to go long, just under VWAP, just a little bit. Like right here. Not going to do it though. Not going to do it. Got two people in the chat who are short. Let's all root for some momentum to the downside. And then I can always join in on a pullback, on a retrace. There we go. What if I get creative with this line and bring it down like that? We still broke it again. Now, do we close below it? That's one close below. Let's get a second consecutive close. I was out at 40 ticks this time. 10 points. Good job. That's what it's about. Keep taking from the markets. $30 seconds to go for the candle close. The stronger argument right now is for us to trade higher back into the upper line at the moment. That's two consecutive closes, though. Now let's get some momentum to the downside, and you guys are golden. Let's just dabble with the one lot here. Let's see if I can get 7 to 10 points. That's a 45 bid for 7 points. It's the range of the 1 minute candles. Okay, let's go. Push it lower. Trend line's been broken. 2 closes below. Everyone see it. What's the volume right now? 79,000 contracts. That's pretty good. Let's go. One quick push. Take me out. One quick push. Boom. Ah, you're going to do that again? I saw this movie. Exactly, I saw this movie. Goodbye, you win, I'm gone. That's exactly what happened to me last time. I'll get it back tomorrow when the volatility's higher during the day. My hit rate is low tonight. Lower than usual. I'm too busy yapping. No, I think these were all good trades that I took. All good trades. That was a valid attempt. And there was, I think, equal likelihood, almost, for some momentum to the downside. I think we were just slightly favored to the upside because of this large pennant wedge, whatever you want to call it, that's forming. Did you hear that, wood chip? Is that the positive omen we need for the markets to go lower? Did you catch it? There we go. It's too bad wood chip didn't hear it. There's the move. I just got to learn how to be a better trendline trader. I may have just stopped myself out way too early. I actually saw a video on that. The guy was saying top 10 reasons why traders fail. And all 10 reasons were they set their stops too close or they moved their stop to break even too early. So really it was the top 2 reasons. That's interesting. That's a bit of a still holding short. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you were around or whatever. My cat was saying sell pretty loudly too. I was saying, are you catching that? Are you hearing him? Oh, cancel. Let me move this over. Sorry about all that jiggling. I tried to enter where I think the stop would be. Well, volatility's picking up. Almost up to 10 points. Open up the chart a little bit. Still nothing interesting to see on the 5 minutes, so no need to go there. Can stick on the 1 minute. I mean, I'm not big green on the evening, but still, we'll see you, wood chip. Still better to be green than red. That's an interesting move up to VWAP. I'm curious to see what happens now. Well, it's going to break one way or the other, and since we didn't break lower, I'm thinking the probability that we break higher is starting to increase. Do they push it back down? Do they form now two bullish fair value gaps? Mm-hmm. Well, now we've broken out of both sides of this wedge. And we do have the 480. So I'm thinking we can maybe touch 480 and then trade back down into the 460 level. Maybe even down into the 455 level. Well, I guess the next trade is a move into this trend line and then the move back up to 19,480. That would be the next logical trade for me. Something like this. See if that plays out, in that vicinity. We're holding above VWAP now. But in general, trading sideways. Sideways to up. if that's even possible. Like price is pretty much contained within this range here, 480 to 440, within a 40-point range. I'll go long here too, a little early. Didn't quite get down to the trend line. If we get down to the trend line, I'll add. It's not really a good entry because unfortunately I would want to use the VWAP as a reason to stop out. And even that, the VWAP is kind of flexible, so you got to almost go 5-7 points below that. There, we broke the high of the previous candle. That's good. I don't know. That's like 7 points there, I think. Was it 7? 60? No, it wasn't. It was about 5 points. I thought it was 7. I made a mistake. But anyways, take the risk off the trade. And let's try to sell the other one up here. That's a shitty color. Where are my colors? Sell limit orders. Let's change the color on limit orders. I don't like that. Now we can see it. Okay, let's get up there. Push it. Let's get a little momentum to the upside. One little spurt, then I think I'll call it a day. It's 9:42. Get some shut eye. Ah, come on. Really? You kiss it? There we go. Good enough. Again, that happened to me. Okay, good enough. End the day up. Crappy little $91. I can afford craft dinner for tomorrow. Sounds good, guys. Thanks for having you join the room for tonight. I'll be back in the morning, and I'll be back tomorrow evening. Again, if you're new to the room, click the like, click the subscribe. It's appreciated. Get a good night's sleep, coming fresh tomorrow, and let's take money from the markets again tomorrow. Whatever we take is better than it taking from us, right? So again, thanks for joining me tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.